All right, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to this live webinar, Steal Leads from Your Competition. I am Dan Allen with Dealer Lead Driver, and I'm very excited to have you all on this webinar. We are packed. We still have a few people logging on. So at this point, I want to make sure that everything can be clearly seen and heard. So right now, you should be seeing my face with our title screen. If you do not, however, please go ahead and type in the chat. You are able to ask questions throughout this webinar, and I highly encourage it because it only makes it more engaging. So please go ahead and chat now that you can hear me okay and see me okay. Just want to make sure before we get started that everyone doesn't have any technical difficulties. So if you would do me a favor and just type in the chat box that you can hear me okay and not see me okay, but see my screen okay. Is everyone able to hear me? Looks good, sounds good, appreciate that. Anyone else having any difficulty? Or your chat box will be directly below this video. So any chats you guys type in there throughout this live webinar, I'll be able to address. And feel free to ask any question, no matter how big or small. We will get to all those questions today. Well, if no one else is having any other issues, everyone can hear me okay, we'll go ahead and get started. My name is Dan Allen, again, with Dealer Lead Driver. We make responsive websites for automotive dealerships, and we make some of the most innovating tools. So I really appreciate you guys logging on today to figure out how we can steal leads from our competition. So let's go ahead and get started. So how do we steal leads? Well, one of the first ways that I tell people all the time is to steal leads from your competition, you have to first outsmart them. And so what do I mean by outsmarting the competition? I'll give you an example. Dealerships that I worked with constantly come to me and say, how do I steal leads from the big dogs? All right, I have a competition in my market. They've got bigger budget, more inventory, more market share. How can I possibly steal leads from them if I'm just a smaller dealership with 1/3 the budget? How can I possibly outsmart the bigger dog in the area? And I'm going to actually take us way back. Go ahead and type in chat who on this chat, on this webinar, remembers advertising in the yellow pages. I mean, this is throwback. I mean, this might as well be black and white. Go ahead and type in your chat, who remembers when yellow page advertising was a super key ingredient into our monthly ads and focus? I got a few people saying, oh yes, LOL, yellow pages. Thank you, Tori. Thank you, Mary. I've got a few people typing in. Oh yes, yellow pages. So that was back in the day that we used to do ads in yellow pages. And I use this example all the time, is that how you can steal leads from your competition, you have to outsmart them. So I'm going to give you an example. Imagine, for example, this is your yellow page ad, and the competition's ad is just dominating the yellow pages. We had this happen several times with our dealers where their ad placement was right next to the direct competitor's ad, and there was just no way we could dominate the page size like they did. And so by outsmarting them, this is how you steal leads away. Their ad was bigger inventory, lower prices, multiple locations, multiple franchises, and better financing. And we look at that and we said, there's no way to steal leads away from them. So what we did is the top hand corner, you'll notice 25% off everything if you tear out this ad and bring it in. And so we were able to use this idea and use this smarts and wits to basically steal ads from them. And we had dealerships taking pictures and emailing us back saying, you wouldn't believe how many people were tearing out this competitor's ad and bringing in. And so by using your resources, being smarter than everybody else, you can steal leads away from your competition, no matter how big their budget, no matter how big their market share, no matter how many vehicles they have or franchises or financing options. You, with good techniques and good marketing sense, can steal leads away from your competition. So today, we're not going to talk about Yellow Pages. If you were hoping that we'd have Yellow Page strategy today, I hate to disappoint you. But we are a website company, Dealer Lead Driver. We make smart behavioral websites. And so today will all be about how to use the website to steal leads away from your competition. At any time during this broadcast, feel free to call, you can text, or you can email me any more information about our website platform. We build responsive ads with innovative technology. So this stat is crucial to today's webinar. I want you guys to screenshot this, write this down. Heck, go ahead and get a tattoo maybe on your hand. This is super important when you think about how we just steal leads from our competition. 49% of shoppers visit 5 dealerships, but only visit 1 dealership in person. Now think about that as a grand scheme, as a grand strategy, that half of the people looking for a vehicle will shop 5 different dealers in your location, but only visit 1 of them. So every time you get an email lead from your website, realize that there's 4 other people competing for that lead. Just because they've emailed you doesn't mean that you're the only person they've emailed. Chances are, to this stat, and it's from Google, that they've already emailed or visited 4 other dealerships' websites. So what that looks like is that you have a 1 in 5 chance to steal that lead. You've got to compete with 5 other dealers in your market, or 4 other dealers. So you have a 1 in 5 chance of stealing that lead. This lead is up for grabs. And so many times when I tell dealers is that your website needs to be ready at all times to steal this lead. It's a jump ball. Anyone who's a basketball fan, I love playing basketball, play at the YMCA in the morning. And this is a jump ball situation. The ball goes up, the lead goes up, and who's going to have the quickness to jump on that lead? And sadly, so many people don't have things in place to steal that lead. So today, what we're going to go over is I got 5 quick tips to steal leads. And then at the very end of this broadcast, I am going to roll out to you an amazing tool using geo-targeting technology. You're not going to want to miss it. If you've got something coming up at 3:30 or 3:45, go ahead and cancel, because you're not going to want to miss this. I'm going to do 5 quick tips to steal leads using your website, and then end with a technology that we've built that is truly a game changer. This will steal leads at an alarming rate. Your competitors will have no idea what hit them. So make sure you have notes out, take screenshots of anything you want to remember. You also can call, text me, or email me at any point during this broadcast. So please feel free to ask questions. It doesn't make sense or you have some input, I'd love to hear it. So let's dive in. 5 quick tips. So the first one, it sounds so simple. It sounds like, why, Dan, would you even need to tell us this? But I have to. Your website has to work. It has to work the first time. It has to work on every version. Tablet, mobile, desktop. It has to work. It has to be functional. It can't be down. You can't be having maintenance. I actually had one of the scariest things a client a few years ago, we had a sale event that weekend, and the email went out on a Friday and said, it's a 24-hour weekend sales event. Well, that email deployed at 5:30 p.m. And when I went to the website to check out the landing page we had built at 5:31 p.m., the website said it was down. The website was down. It wasn't working. So that everyone who went to the website after the email deployed, the website was down. Now, the dealership wasn't panicking, but they said, you know what? Let's just send out another email a few minutes later to them explaining the website was down. Come on back. How many of you think that the email list that those people return to the website? Go ahead and chat. Let me get some chats going here. Who thinks that after the email went out and the website was down, the people who went to a website that was currently not live came back afterwards? Go ahead. I'm going to wait. Give me some chats. Go ahead and type in the chat box if you think they came back or not. All right. No, you're absolutely right. You can't get that time back. You've got one chance to make sure that your website is working. You cannot afford any opportunities to have it, oh, it looks good on desktop, but not on mobile. Or it looks good on mobile, but not on a tablet. You have to make sure that your website is functioning 100% all the time. I love this. I love vintage Evel Knievel. You've only got one shot. You've got one chance for that user to come to your website, and if they experience something, anything less than perfect, they are going to bounce. They are not going to be patient. They are not going to wait for your website to get working again. They're going to leave, and they're never going to come back. All right. I hate using this word, but millennials, we hear that all the time through different articles and buzzwords and conferences, right? You got to know how to sell to millennials. Well, you know what? It's not about selling to millennials. Anyone who goes to a website and it's not working are very unforgiving. Do you guys find that true? People are very unforgiving that they are not going to return. They are not going to give you the benefit of the doubt to have a second chance if your website is poor or it's down for maintenance. All right, so you got one shot to do this, and it's super important. The next tip, speed. How fast, when I go to your website, is it going to load? And this is something that you guys should be doing every day and every week, ensuring that when I go to your website, your mobile site, your tablet version, hopefully you have a responsive website. If you do not have a responsive website, you are definitely missing out. Please call me, email me. Let me help you out in that regard. But speed of your website is crucial. We live in a time where people don't want to even wait to watch commercials. Do you guys find that? We don't even want to wait to in between shows to listen to commercials. We'll record the shows and go back later and fast forward. Or why is Netflix so popular? I don't know. Maybe because I don't have to wait. I can watch an entire season of Breaking Bad at my convenience with no commercial interruption. We are a people that want speed. We want things fast. We want it now. And this is a throwback. Who knows? Go ahead and type in the chat. Who knows what movie this is from? First person who guesses what movie this is from, I'm going to send you some DLD swag. So go ahead and type in what movie is this from, this quote and this picture. First person to buzz in, I'm going to send DLD swag. If you haven't seen our DLD water bottles, they're pretty nifty. So I love to give out a swag package. Go ahead. I'm waiting. No one knows who this is from? Go ahead and type in the chat box. I'm going to wait. No one knows what movie this is from. Come on. It hasn't been that long since this movie was relevant. They just did a remake a few weeks ago, or not weeks ago, a few months ago with Johnny Depp. Does anybody know what movie this is from? Come on, guys, chat me. What is it? Come on. Nobody knows? This is a classic movie. Classic movie. Nobody knows. I have a few people saying, I don't know. I've got John saying, I'm not sure. Man, you guys don't recognize this movie, The Good and Bad? Ah, thank you. Yes. Busy Bluffington. You're the winner. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. That's right. Up, Mary. Yep, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Right. Someone just actually put in here, is it a Disney movie? It's not a Disney movie. No. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Do you guys remember this part where she's having a fit because of the chocolate raid she's wanting? And she goes, I want it now. Okay. I want you to take a screen grab of this. Veruca Salt. I didn't know if I spelled that correctly. But I want you to screenshot this, and I want you to print it out and put it in the BDC of your dealership. Put it to your salespeople. We want it now. People want the information fast. They are not going to wait around while your website buffers. That really awesome web panel you designed that's got some really sweet graphics in it, if it's too big and it doesn't load, sorry, you just lost the lead. So how do you steal leads from your competition? You make sure that your own website is functioning, it's working, and it's fast. People will not wait. You've got a few seconds only to make sure that they have the information they need. This is a different time and age we're living, where when the shopper comes into the dealership, they already have the stock number of the vehicle they want. Okay, they want fast service. They want to be in and out and make it as easy process as possible. They want it now, and if you're not able to give it to them now and have the speed of your website, you will lose that lead. But if your content displays quickly and efficiently and it's relevant, you will steal that lead from your competition. Don't forget the quote above the speed text. 49% of visitors shop 5 websites. This is how you steal leads. So we'll be sending you guys out a package of DLD swag. Next one, I love this one. Readability. I don't even know if that's a word, but you know what? If it's made up, it's made up. Readability. They have to be able to see and read the content quickly. All right, if I go to a website and it's not structured correctly and I can't find the information I want, I'm gonna bounce, and you just missed out on my lead. If this is a representation, this closet picture of my website, and let me tell you, I've seen thousands and thousands of websites over the last 10 years of working in the automotive space. There are people's websites that look like this picture. It's sad. So if I was to tell you, this is my website, find a hat in my closet, man, am I going to stick around? No, sir. And so many times when they come to our website and it's mucked and there's so much messages going on and it's not organized well, and you've got your buttons of your website, you've got 4 or 5 buttons that look totally different than each other, and you've got content just stuffed in there. This is how the visitor sees your website. But what about this? If I ask the same question, can someone find me a hat? I'm looking for a hat. The way our brain works, we're able to see where the hat is, click on it, and move forward. So if this is your website, you've succeeded. You've allowed the user to read through your website, to read through the content on the homepage, and quickly identify where they want to proceed to. If I want to find boots, I can see where the boots are and get more information. If I want to find just the yellow sweaters, I can easily find that information and click it and go to the more information. If I say shoes or shirts, if your website is organized well, you will steal leads from your competition. All right. Imagine this is your website and your competition website looks like this. You're not going to be able to steal leads without a proper website. And that's what we do at Dealer Lead Driver. We make sure the content is easily and quickly accessible. You have to be able to read the website and navigate through it cleanly. That's how you steal leads. And that's where we are in this world of the digital shopper. Next point, next quick tip, educational. Okay, this is super important. I actually had a conversation last night with the dealer. We talked over the weekend, and he was telling me he didn't believe that educating people on his website was important. And I have the numbers to back it up that that's not the case. People want to be helped, not sold to. Let me say that again. Shoppers want to be helped, not sold to. So how are you doing currently about educating them on your website? Go ahead and give me a chat. Is anyone currently on their website educating the consumer? Is anyone doing that currently? Go ahead and chat if you are currently on your website educating them besides just trying to sell them on a car. Because if you can truly educate the shopper, then you will indeed sell them. But if you only concentrate on selling, you might miss out. So the fourth way to steal leads from your competition is to educate them. And I have a couple of people chatting me. Dan Smith is saying, how do I educate the dealer? I'm not saying that you take the Encyclopedia Britannica and load that into your website. All right, it might help your SEO if you're having SEO issues. All right, but no, you educate them by delivering relevant content. All right, so what do I mean? Well, at Dealer Lead Driver, all of our website platforms come with custom service FAQ pages. All right, so these FAQ pages, where is my check engine light on? How do I check my engine oil level? How often should I change my oil? These are questions that people have. We look through the analytics, we see what people are typing in Google, and we basically make FAQ pages that correlate. So now when they come to the website, it's a resource. It's educating them. And then if they click on the top one, why is my check engine light on? Which, let's be honest, how many of us have Googled that at one point in our lives? I had an old Subaru for a number of years, and man, I was Googling that every other week, it seemed, and finally until I had to trade it in. But so they click that FAQ, and the page next to it is where we deliver them. We get them content on what it could be for the check engine light. But you know what we also do? We serve them a coupon on the check engine light. So it's the next logical steps that will help you steal leads. If I come to your website and you have more information and more relevant content to deliver to serve my needs, man, you just stole the lead. I'm going with you guys. Does that make sense? And go ahead and chat if it doesn't make sense, if you think I'm crazy, if you want to debate me on this. But when I go to a website and it gives me the relevant answers to my questions and then also prompts me to save on something that I was already going to be doing, all right? If I check engine lights on, I got to get it checked out. So if you give me a coupon with 50% off of what I was already going to be doing, you just won the lead. And you know what? If you're good, you can sell me on a different car when I come in for service. So the next logical steps, that's how you steal leads. All right. And as we get down, now we're going to get down to the fifth tip before we show you the amazing technology we've built. So if you hung on for this long, I thank you. Bear with me. I'm going to be going into our technology that is a guaranteed lead stealer. So our next one, before we get into that, is the message. All right. The right message at the right time is crucial. I saw this the other day, not actually on the website live, but someone had posted it. Notice the article, Grizzly attacks 17s in wilderness school. All right, that's a horrible thing that happened. But notice the remarketing ad, the display ad up on top is plan your escape, and it has a picture of a grizzly bear. All right, wrong message at the wrong time. All right, how effective do you think that ad gets clicked right next to an ad about grizzly attacking 17s? I'm going to go out on a limb and say not that well. All right, so maybe any other time that ad would have gotten clicked, but definitely not next to that ad. So the right message at the right time is crucial when it comes to stealing leads. So this goes in directly with the tool that we have built at Dealer Lead Driver to steal leads. All right, this tool that I'm going to show you uses geo-targeting technology. All right, so we like to call it smart fencing. You've heard of geo-fencing. All right, we've taken the geo-fencing concept and ramped it up, and we're calling it smart fencing. Smart fencing comes on all of our Dealer Lead Driver websites. So what is smart fencing? Well, it's what we just talked about, delivering the right message at the right time, using someone's location. And I'm going to go ahead and explain. So let's say, for example, this is the back end of Dealer Lead Driver, and this is our geofencing tool. So let's say, for example, I want to display the right message to someone at the right time. And in this case, notice we are targeting students. So everyone can see the radius in Schenectady. So look to the right of that radius, and that one little polygon with all the circles around it, we're able with smart fencing technology to type in an area code or surround a school or several schools and basically select companies, area codes, districts, whatever we want for location. And if they come to our website in that location, they will see a very specific ad. So if we can steal leads by delivering the right message at the right time, then this is the perfect tool that you should be utilizing. So if in that area we've circled, there's a few colleges, well, all we have to do with smart fencing is you see the select image, the student discount, $500, click here. If they come to my website, and we know they will because they search 5 different websites before making a decision to come visit one, imagine a student comes to your website and the very first thing that they see is a student discount graphic. Is that the right message at the right time? Think about how powerful that is to serve messages to different people coming to your website based on where they're coming from. That's huge. This is how you steal leads. This is why we built this tool. Let's go ahead and take another example of how it works. Let's say, for example, you have a VIP program, or maybe you're going to offer discounts to a hospital or a large company. In this case, it's an airport. So maybe you have a graphic made up and a landing page that says, we have a very special program for the people that work at the airport in Schenectady. So imagine, for example, because we target them based on location, only the people who come to our website from Schenectady Airport will see this message. Or let's say, for example, we circled a large corporation like General Electric. And if we set it up to where if anyone comes to our website through General Electric's location, we will serve them an ad for discount to General Electric employees. Is that going to convert leads? Is that going to steal leads from your competition? Just imagine what we talked about before. You have a 1 in 5 shot. So imagine I work at General Electric and I visited the first 4 websites to buy a car. And now I'm going to my 5th website. And on the 5th website, the very first thing I see is a special program for General Electric employees. Do you think I want to have that website be the front runner for my business? That's how you steal leads in 2015. Outsmarting the competition. Just like I showed back in the Yellow Page examples, this is how we do it digitally. One more example to really hit home how it works on a dealership level. And go ahead and chat me. Do you guys think that's pretty cool? Go ahead and chat if you guys think that's a pretty cool technology we built. So I'm going to show you one more example of how it works. With smart fencing, I can actually go to a competing dealership. Let's just say, for example, you have a competition of ABC Motors. This dealership is down the street from you, it's across from you, it's next to you, maybe it's just a couple miles away, and they're killing business. They're taking leads away from you. And you say, you know what? I'm going to go after ABC Motors. I am going to target and try to steal their leads. I can do a campaign just targeting ABC Motors visitors. So now if the statistic is true and it's from Google, so Google doesn't lie, well, you know what I mean. Let's just say, for example, Google stat is correct and 49% of people visit 5 different dealerships' websites before visiting one. Let's just say, for example, I'm in ABC Motors looking at a vehicle. And as I'm in there shopping, I think, you know what? Before I go ahead and purchase this vehicle, I want to check out the guy across the street just to see what he has. And as I pull up that website on my mobile phone while I'm in ABC Motors' showroom, a message pops up, and it's the one below. Wait, before you purchase a car from ABC Motors, talk to us. We can save you up to $500. So imagine, for example, I'm in ABC Motors and I see that message pop up. Man, does that grab your attention? You potentially will steal a lead directly out of ABC Motors showroom. That's how the technology works. And that's how you steal leads from your competition. So anyone have any questions on how that works? Anyone understand the technology? If at any point you want to know more about smart fencing, call or text me. My number's right there. Or you can email me at dan@dealerleaddriver.com. This is amazing technology that nobody else has. Imagine the strategies you can put in place at your dealership to steal leads. Amazing technology, but you have to have things ready to go. You have to be forward thinking, and smart fencing is one of those things. We've seen huge results with people stealing leads, and we hope that if you're having trouble right now with your leads, maybe your leads are down this month, really consider doing a demo with me to see how our website performs and how our website can help you steal leads. So maybe it's time for a new website. If you're ready for a new website, this is the perfect chance for you today. If you contact me before 5:30 today, I'll be able to waive the website development fee and setup fee of Dealer Lead Driver. We build responsive websites with this smart fencing technology built in. We have smart features available that are all come built in to Dealer Lead Driver. And so if you want to learn more about Dealer Lead Driver, you can go to dealerleaddriver.com. But only today, if you contact me before 5:30, I will waive the setup and website and development fee of $12.99. Also, if you contact me before 5:30, I'm going to throw an exit gadget, which is exit intent technology, which is $379 a month. But I'm going to waive it for you for 3 months if you contact me today. Someone just asked, what is exit gadget technology? Basically, It's a product that we've built that when a visitor goes to leave the website, the technology responds to them and knows their behavior and serves them a message to bring them back to relevant content. So it's exit intent technology. If you contact me today, you'll get that for 3 months for free. I just had a question. How do you know the person is from ABC Motors? That's a great question. So going back to our chart here, it's location based. Okay, so because our phones, if I have my phone and my location enabled, and most people never have the location blocked unless they're worried about privacy issues, but most social apps, most different apps that we have on our phones, location has to be enabled. So I know that they're in ABC Motors when they come to the website based on the location. See, I'm drawing this outline around ABC Motors to make sure if they're on the lot that I get them. If they are literally across the street, they will not see the ad. And that's how smart fencing works. If they are outside of this area, they're not going to see this ad about before you purchase, call ABC Motors. They will just go to your normal website, go to your homepage, as if there was no smart fencing set up. So basically it's all by location. That's how we know where they are. So that's how smart fencing works. It's an amazing product that we've built. And we've just seen so much success with it with our clients being able to steal leads from that competitor that's really just making it hard for them. This is how you get ahead. This is how the small dog takes a big chunk out of the big dog. And this is how we help dealers all around the US and Canada steal leads. So great question. I appreciate it. Well, that's really it, guys, today. I really appreciate everyone on this webinar asking questions. I'm going to go ahead and send out, if Busy Buffington, if you could just give me your email, I'm going to send you out the swag. I'm also going to send swag to Mary as well, since she was about 1 second slower to answer that Charlie and the Chocolate Factory graphic. So I really appreciate you guys and your input today. If you have any questions, concerns, ideas, go ahead and email me, call me, text me. I want to hear from you. And again, if you call me today by 5:30 for a Dealer Lead Driver website, I'm going to go ahead and waive development and setup fee. I'm also going to give you Exit Gadget for 3 months free. So if you have any questions, I really appreciate your time today, guys. And we'll have a new webinar coming up in a few weeks, and more information will be sent out later this week on that webinar. So I appreciate your time, and thanks so much.